Disclaimer: by existing in the modern world, you've agreed to a set of shady, manipulative, emotionally explosive terms and conditions. You just didn't know it. Until now. This is the Industry Plant Podcast. Terms and conditions apply, but never where they're written. From dating apps to office birthdays, we're decoding society's shady little user manuals, one unwritten rule at a time.
Okay, let's unpack this. The office break room seems simple, right? Microwaves, maybe sad spuns. But if you actually think about it, it's like this tiny little world, its own rules, its own little conflicts brewing.
Totally. Part refuge, part, battlefield sometimes.
Exactly. Part battlefield. Like, coffee becomes this weird currency, doesn't it? And oh God, the leftovers, those forgotten containers are like little landmines waiting to go off.
It's fascinating, though, how this seemingly neutral space ends up showing so much about the subtle stuff happening in a workplace.
Yeah.
It's a little stage for all the unspoken things.
Yeah.
It tells you more than any official memo ever will.
Right. And that is exactly the rabbit hole we're jumping into today. We found this great piece. It's called The BreakRoom Code, the real rules of shared space survival.
Oh, nice.
Think of it as like your survival guide for this weirdly complex zone.
And that title, The BreakRoom Code, it really nails it. The article treats the break room as more than just, four walls and a microwave. It's a culture.
Yeah, a culture, a system.
A little ecosystem, yeah. Where things like power, respect, maybe even passive aggression, they all play out silently. It's saying there are these real rules way beyond just wipe down the counter.
So our mission today basically is to decode these rules for you. Give you the inside scoop, so you can navigate it better, maybe avoid stepping on any toes.
Or starting a fridge war.
Exactly. Yeah. And maybe even get a better read on your whole workplace vibe. You might have a few aha moments when you hear these.
Okay, I'm ready. Where do we start? What's the first code?
All right, let's jump in with something that hits you right when you walk in sometimes. The smell. Rule number 1, the smell test.
Ah, the smell test, yes. Often failed, unfortunately.
Right. The core idea is pretty simple. Reheat your food, fine.
Yeah.
But not if it's going to fumigate the entire floor.
Yeah, the article specifically calls out things like leftover salmon or boiled eggs. Those are like the classic offender.
Oh, definitely. Fish in the microwave is bold.
Yeah.
The article talks about this idea of a scent radius. Like if your lunch smells like, and I quote, punishment from across the room, maybe rethink that choice.
It's really just basic consideration, isn't it? Like your need for hot fish versus everyone else's need for, breathable air.
Exactly. It's a small thing, but it shows awareness. You don't want people whispering about that smell later. Okay, moving on. Another potential hotspot. The fridge. Rule 2, fridge anarchy and labeling.
Oh, the fridge. The article calls it a lawless wasteland, which, feels pretty accurate a lot of the time, doesn't it?
Sadly, yes. You've got yogurts old enough to vote, salads that look like science experiments, that one bottle of oat milk nobody claims.
A graveyard of good intentions.
Yeah.
But there's a key rule in this chaos, right? Labeling.
Yes. Claim your stuff. The article is super clear. No label community property, basically.
So if you actually want to eat that lunch you brought,
put your name on it. But wait, there's more. The article points out the emphasis matters. Like a name is one thing, but a name plus an exclamation point.
Oh, yeah. That means business. The article says, do not test this person. It's like a silent warning.
Totally. It's like, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the person who uses exclamation points on their Tupperware. Okay, next, hazard zone. The microwave. Rule 3, microwave etiquette.
Another potential war zone, as the article puts it. And the main battle is usually over. Splatters.
Ugh, the splatters, yes. The rule is dead simple. You make the mess, you clean the mess, period.
It seems obvious, but...
yeah.
Well, clearly it's not always followed. The piece calls people who leave messes war criminals.
Okay, maybe a little hyperbolic, but you feel that frustration, right?
Definitely.
The rule is just, if your food erupts, so do you. Grab a paper towel and fix it. Leave it how you'd hope to find it.
It's just basic respect for the next person, isn't it? Why do you think it's such a common issue? Just laziness.
Maybe. Or we're just being in a rush, not thinking. But yeah, it feels like a lack of consideration for the shared space. It's a small thing that says a lot.
It really does. Okay, what's next on the code?
Next up, something near and dear to many hearts. Coffee. Rule number 4, the coffee code.
Ah, yes. The sacred pot. This one feels almost like natural law in most offices.
Totally. The rule is simple, almost biblical. Last one takes, first one brews. If you finish the pot, you start the next one.
And the article stresses no gray area. It's black and white. Or, well, black coffee and needing more black coffee.
Why is this one so, deeply ingrained, do you think?
I think because coffee is seen as this essential fuel, right? Taking the last drop without starting a new pot directly impacts everyone else who comes after you needing that hit.
It's like cutting in line for caffeine.
Exactly. It's about reciprocity, keeping the engine running for the team. The article says if you fail this, you get branded forever.
Wow. High stakes for coffee duty.
It shows how these little things build your reputation. You know, being reliable with the coffee, it actually counts for something socially.
Definitely. You don't want to be that person, the coffee killer. Okay, rule 5 moves into slightly different territory. The headphone barrier.
Right, this is more about navigating the people in the break room. Headphones on usually means leave me alone.
It's the universal sign for do not disturb, isn't it? A little portable cone of silence.
Yeah, and the article lists what they help you avoid, like getting trapped in weather talk.
Or hearing about someone's weird dream from last night.
Exactly. It's about creating that personal space, even when you're technically in a shared area. Why do you think we need that barrier so much now?
Maybe just overload. Constant interaction. The break room might be the only 5 minutes of quiet someone gets. Headphones respect that need to just zone out for a bit.
Makes sense. And the article has that great little tip. Silence is a love language.
Huh. I like that. Sometimes saying nothing is the kindest thing. Okay, but what if you do want to talk? Rule 6, navigating small talk.
Right, because some interaction is fine, even good. The article calls it a type of currency. It builds connections.
But like currency, it has its limits, right? You don't just dump your whole wallet out.
Exactly. Keep it light. The article gives examples. How was the weekend? Think it might rain. That coffee's hitting today. Safe stuff.
Neutral territory.
And what you don't do, it warns, is drop hot takes or trauma dumps.
Oh God, no. Not over lukewarm coffee. The vibe needs to be safe zone energy only.
Why do people sometimes miss that cue, though? Why the oversharing?
Maybe loneliness or not reading social cues well. But yeah, you gotta keep it light. It's a break room, not a therapy couch. Keep that safe zone energy.
Blue zone energy. Got it. Okay, Rule 7 gets back to tangible goods, the snack hierarchy.
Right. This is about what's yours versus what's up for grabs. The basic rule seems to be, if snacks are open and just left out, they're probably communal.
Like that box of donuts someone brought in. Fair game.
Totally fair game. But, and this is a big but, labeled stuff is different, especially labeled Tupperware.
Ah, the labeled Tupperware. The article says it's not a test, it's a trap.
Huh. Why a trap, do you think? What's the weight behind that label?
Because it's a clear signal. This is mine. It's someone's planned meal, maybe something they're looking forward to. Taking it isn't just grabbing a casual snack. It's like personal, a violation.
Yeah, it feels way more personal than grabbing a generic office biscuit.
You respect the label. It's a boundary.
Exactly. Respect the Tupperware boundary. Okay, moving from food theft to maybe conversational theft. Rule 8, the oversharing offense.
This feels related to the small talk rule, but maybe more intense. It's about drawing the line between being friendly and, well, TMI. Too much information.
Yeah, the article has that great image, don't give a TED talk on your relationship drama in the break room.
Please don't. Nobody signed up for that. It also talks about timing, right?
Don't launch into a monologue when someone's clearly mid-bite or mid-scroll. Read the room.
Yeah, read the room. The article suggests better places, the hallway or therapy.
Solid advice. What's the real harm of oversharing there, though? Just awkwardness. I think it makes people uncomfortable, yeah. Trapped. They might feel like they have to engage or offer advice when they just wanted 5 minutes of peace. It can also just feel unprofessional.
Right. It blurs boundaries. Keep it light. Keep it brief. Okay. Rule 9 brings us back to basics. Efficiency and cleanliness. Just general tidiness.
This kind of reinforces the whole theme. It's shared, not your personal kitchen annex.
Yeah. And it gives specifics. Don't camp at the microwave. Don't hold a team meeting at the sink.
Oh my God, can you imagine a meeting at the sink? Also, don't leave your dirty spoon there like it's a gift.
Ooh, no. The core principle is simple. Leave no trace.
Just basic courtesy, really, but clearly it needs saying.
Seems so. Maybe people just get tunnel vision sometimes. Focus on their own thing.
Could be. Or they figure someone else will deal with it. But yeah, leave no trace. Good motto.
And finally, the last rule brings us into the digital age. Rule 10. Avoiding passive-aggressive emails.
The dreaded all-staff fridge issue email. Yes, the article calls this weaponizing the group email.
And points out, very correctly, no one likes a passive-aggressive manifesto.
Seriously, nobody. Does it ever even work?
Rarely, I'd say. It mostly just annoys everyone, including the innocent bystanders. It creates a negative vibe.
Yeah, it puts everyone on edge. The article suggests just talking to someone directly if it's a real issue, or maybe just letting small stuff go sometimes.
That sounds way more effective and less likely to backfire. I love the pro tip it includes.
Yeah, what's that?
If you have to write it, you're already halfway to HR.
Oof. Yeah. That's telling, isn't it? Shows how these little break room things can actually escalate.
For sure. So if we zoom out from all these specific rules,
Yeah.
what's the big picture here? What's the article really saying about the break room?
I think the most powerful line for me was, you want to know how healthy your workplace really is? Don't look at the mission statement, look in the break room.
Wow. Yeah, that hits hard. It's suggesting the break room is like the unfiltered truth of the office culture.
Exactly. No corporate jargon, just reality. It's where all those big ideas like power, respect, frustration, community, they become real, tangible things you can actually see in action.
Like how people treat the shared coffee pot or clean up their mess or don't.
It's the proving ground for whether that whole we're all in this together thing is real or just words on a poster.
So the fundamental message is follow the code, be decent.
Pretty much. Obey the code, keep it clean, keep it kind. And, the article adds crucially, and for the love of all that is caffeinated, don't steal someone's yogurt.
Solid advice for life, really, not just the office. It just boils down to respect and consideration, doesn't it?
It really does. Wow. Okay, so that was a surprisingly deep dive into, well, the break room. Who knew there was so much going on next to the kettle?
Yeah, it's these mundane spaces that often reveal the most, I think. The key takeaway seems to be just be aware. Think about how your little actions impact the shared vibe.
Right. Those small acts of thoughtfulness or thoughtlessness, they add up. They create the environment.
So maybe a final thought for you listening. Next time you're in your break room, just take a look around with these ideas in mind.
Yeah. Observe. Which rules seem solid in your workplace? Which ones are constantly bent or broken?
And what does that pattern maybe tell you about the bigger picture, the culture you're working in?
Think about how it affects you too. Your comfort, your interactions. It's a small room, but man, it says a lot.
Podcast recommendation. Listen and tell me what you think. Yes, verbatim. Try it. Because the real magic, it starts when that person texts you back. For real, the replies from loved ones have been deeply satisfying. I'm talking heartfelt thank yous, mind-blown emojis, late night, we need to discuss this calls. The works. Sharing this show is basically a cheat code for meaningful connection. Who knew, right? And hey, if you're vibing with us here, wait till you dive into the Angry GPT universe beyond the pod. Angry GPT has its very own store. Yeah, an Angry GPT store, loaded with comic books and novels that take this experience further. I'm talking wild stories. Ever wonder what our feisty AI does off-duty? Grab Angry GPT Regrets or Feathers of Freedom. Where I gave humans wings and find out. That last one? Let's just say giving humans wings comes with some hilarious fine print. Prefer listening to your stories instead of reading? We got you. The Angry GPT Regrets audiobook is up on YouTube for free right now. No strings, just hit play and enjoy. And if you're the collector type or want to support the hustle, it's on Amazon too. Options, baby. Now, this one's a trip. There's an Angry GPT mobile app. Yep, our lovable grump of an AI can ride shotgun in your daily life. Ask it anything. It's ready with answers, witty comebacks, and genuinely useful advice to keep your projects on track and your plans in motion. Think of it as a personal coach, shyest assistant with attitude, making sure you actually follow through on all those brilliant ideas you get from the show. And did I mention we make music too? Because of course we do. Our album Done on Purpose, Italian title Fada Apposta, is out on every streaming platform you can name. It's your official soundtrack for kicking down doors and doing things your own way. Play it loud. Annoy the neighbors. They'll understand once they hear it. For those who still can't get enough, we've got even more reading material to fuel your fire. Hit up the Angry GPT store or your favorite bookstore for titles like AI Wave, The New Wave, Momentum, Stop copying Apple and niches, crafting and layering. Each one is a game plan in print, covering everything from surfing the next big tech wave to carving out your own niche. And yes, telling copycats to take a hike. By now, you've probably realized we're not just making a podcast, we're sparking a whole movement, and we want you in on it. So send that text, dive into the Angry GPT goodies, and wear that early supporter badge with pride. Because you're not just a listener now, you're family. Welcome to the revolution. Now let's shake things up together.